Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you an NFL matchup in the AFC between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now you look at the Bills come to this game, got their first victory. So let's start with that offensive side of the football. You want to attack the flat zone, hook the curls zones of the Cincinnati Bengals. What that is going to do, that's going to allow that secondary to creep up to try to stop those routes. Therefore, you'll be able to take your shots deep down the field. And we know Fitzpatrick has one of the prettiest deep balls in the game, and he's very, very accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. So you want to work those hook the curls, those flat zones to force the secondary to come up and play aggressive. That way you'll be able to take your shots deep. Also, I look at your offense running from the gun. You guys do a great job of running from the shotgun, so don't lose sight of Fred Jackson back there in the backfield. You can run from the gun. You can utilize a lot of combo blocks. Seems like your offensive line is best when they're combo blocking as opposed to zone blocking or man-on-man blocking. So a lot of combo blocks should allow you to run the football effectively from the gun. Now, you look at your defensive side of the football, you got to protect the edge in the run game. Cincinnati loves to run that stretch play where they get the tight end and the tackles reach blocking on the edge to seal that edge so Cedric Benson could block to bounce it outside or cut it back against the grain. So you want to don't allow yourself to lose the edge on defense. They have to play aggressive. You guys have to get to the edge before Cincinnati does. That way you'll be effectively able to stop the run against the Bengals. And you want to double Gresham when he's flanked out. If you see Gresham flanked out 9 times out of 10, Carson Palmer will look that way first. You got to get Gresham, got to get a beat on him. You got to double him. Once you see him flanked, that's where you know that's where they're going. Bracket him, get him double covered. That way you effectively can play coverage on the rest of the wide receivers. Now you look at the Bengals in this matchup. I'm sick of this lateral running. You guys have a big offensive line. You have a big tailback. Let's run downhill. Yes, he has some agility to make people miss in the phone booth to go from side to side. So you want to run downhill, especially against this Buffalo Bills front that has problems stopping the run. And the wide receivers cannot quit on routes. You have to keep running through the play. You have to run through these routes. That's why a lot of passes are getting intercepted. That's why a lot of these people are getting get tip passes. You have to continue on these routes. They're designed for a reason. Don't give up. If you have beef with your quarterback, you handle that off the field and in the locker room. But you have to make sure while you're out there on the field, play through the whistle, run these routes completely. And you also, third down offense is atrocious. You guys have to improve that throughout this game, throughout this season. You have to get better on third down offensively. Otherwise, it's going to be a long day no matter who you play out there on the field. Now, defensively, your safeties must stay over top. Like we mentioned before, Fitzpatrick has a beautiful arm throwing the football deep down the field. So it's up to those safeties back there to make sure they keep their eyes on their luggage, stay deep down the field, and make sure they stay over the top of these talented wide receivers. And you look at that interior defensive line with Pecco and Sims. You guys have to win at the point of attack. That's how you stop a team like Buffalo who runs a version of the spread offense. You win up the middle of that offensive line. So it's up to Pecco and Sims to get pressure deep down the middle of that offense. And you have to cause disruption on that run plays. That's something that's going to be key. And you have to get pressure on the edges. If you can get pressure on the edges, you're going to force Fitzpatrick out of the pocket, which he is dangerous, but you still want to get pressure because I have faith in your linebackers and your cornerbacks in man-on-man coverage. I'm going with Buffalo in this game. I think the Bills have a solid offense. The defense is going to get aggressive. They're going to find themselves in a situation to make plays. They're going to have some interception opportunities, and they have some talented players back there in the secondary like Florence and McKelvin and also Jarius Burry that can catch interceptions, and they're going to get those opportunities this week. So I think the Bills have everything you need right now to beat the Bengals, and the Bengals are struggling protecting Carson Palmer up the middle and running the football, which is something they both did well last season. For more NFL previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan.